Paul, ¿de verdad te gusta complicarte a ti mismo? Or in English, Paul, you really like to complicate yourself. Yes, that is a phrase I have heard so many times in my life. And I always wondered what I'm doing wrong. But looking back to my life, now I can understand why people used to and still say that to me. Analyzing my success and failures, now I can say that, yes, I'm a person who likes to complicate myself. But wait, not in a negative way, all the contrary. You know, when you try to do something new, something innovative, something to make an impact, you are supposed to go out your comfort zone. You are supposed to think outside the box. To get in some trouble, you are supposed to complicate yourself. Just as the way I am doing right now, standing in front of you, trying not to shock myself, trying to convince you that we have the power to change. So you see, there is nothing wrong to begin this way. In fact, humankind needs that kind of people. Otherwise, our subsistence is not guaranteed. For that reason, today I'm here to tell you how and why people who like to complicate themselves can remake and save the world. You might be thinking, save the world from what? Let's talk about climate change. I know. Climate change might sound cliché, repetitive, and even tiresome, since it's a topic I'm pretty sure we all have seen or heard on the news, and more often on social media. But believe me, climate change is an important topic. I would say it's the most relevant topic for the 21st century. But still, some people are ignoring it. Let's be honest, please. Raise your hand, and from the people who is watching on YouTube, comment if today you have thought about climate change. Today. It's okay. Even me, I didn't know anything about climate change just until a few months ago. In fact, let me share a fun fact about me. The first time I heard about climate change was in the school, when my professor for natural science talked about acid rain. So, acid rain, I thought, as an imaginative and curious kid I thought, okay, if I go out, my skin will melt and I will die. But fortunately, it didn't happen. But that crazy idea coming from the mind of a little kid, today is not too far away from being true. There is current data saying that acid rain can actually kill you. I mean, acid rain is not going to melt your skin, but when water drops and hits your body or the floor, it delivers gases toxins that can actually kill you. So you see? But me and while I was researching about this topic, I wondered, so if acid rain is dangerous, why we don't see or hear that topic in the news? I wondered, maybe we found a solution. But guess what? We haven't. Acid rain is still here, and it's even worse than before. The thing is, humankind is facing another types of crisis. Like, for example, look at this picture. These are floods in China, where hundreds of people died. Riots in Iran. People are screaming, I am thirsty, since there is no water, because of lack of rain. In some parts of this country can easily reach 50 Celsius degrees. Look at these pictures. Fires in Siberia and Greece. Hundreds of people have been displaced. Hundreds of hectares of forest has been destroyed. Floods in Germany and Belgium. Dozens of people have been killed and displaced. Now, look at this picture. This is the comparison of Greenland in just 4 days. As you can see, almost 98% of the ice melt. This water delivering from this can easily cover all the territory in Korea, up to 10 centimeters. Can you imagine that? Now, this news is talking about 1 billion sea creatures has been killed in their own ecosystem, has been cooked because simple water is too hot. So you know what is even more shocking about these events? Knowing that all of this just happening just a few weeks ago. And we can spend hours talking about this disaster. So, why people still don't care? It's because actually we focus our attention in another topics. And let me give you an example. On August 9, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released one of the most important reports on climate change in the modern history. But the same day, the news were trending about Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona. Can you guess which news got the most attention? That's right, Messi leaving Barcelona. So I don't have anything against soccer. In fact, I love soccer. But sometimes we need to focus on what is really important. So, what we can do to solve this? Let me share a history with you. What you need to be clear about this report are two things. First, climate temperature is increasing even faster than we thought. So right now, at the current temperatures, we just saw some disaster that is happening. Can you guess what will happen in the following years with the temperatures increase? Second thing, humans are the only responsible for climate change. In the past, we used to believe that some natural phenomena also contribute to climate warming. But no. Humans, with every action that we do, we deliver to the atmosphere greenhouse gases. That are the main cause for climate change. Also, what we need to be clear is, accordingly to the initiative Climate Club, we just have 6 years, 136 days, 18 hours, 6 minutes, 23, 22, 21 seconds to do something, to act. Otherwise, the planet will reach a point of no return. So, what we can do again? In this picture, in May of this year, I have the opportunity to participate in one of the most important events on climate change in Korea. I have the opportunity to meet amazing people from all around the world. And we discussed days, hours, what we can do to solve the climate change crisis. And we concluded that simple actions are the best. Also, in this program, I have the opportunity to meet, to listen, and to deliver a very short speech in front of Mr. Ban Ki-moon, former UN General Secretary. To be honest, right now I'm feeling more nervous than that day, but it's impossible to me to forget one phrase from Mr. Ban Ki-moon. We are the first generation that can end poverty and the last that can end climate change. So this phrase is powerful because it's giving you and me the responsibility to do something. But again, what we can do? You know, it's very curious to know that the possibility of the human extinction can still be solved with simple actions. So I have good news for you. We can solve the climate change crisis, but we have to act quickly. We have to act pali-pali. So what we can do? We can start for simple actions, like for example, stop demanding products that generate too much plastic. Also, when we go out, we can carry our tumbler, for example, when we go for a coffee shop. Also, stop consuming bottled water. If we have the opportunity to refill our bottle, do it. Other simple action: demand products that are environmentally friendly. Like, for example, the clothes I'm wearing right now has been manufactured with recycling products. So when I just arrived to this place, many people ask me, please change. Are you going to present this way? And I said, yes, because the planet needs this. Simple. So the purpose of this speech is not to lecture you about climate change. But if you are going to remember something from this, please, I want you to take away that we still have time to change, but we should start for ourselves. Change our daily habits. But I know it's not easy. As Mr. Mandela said, one of the most difficult things is not to change society, but to change yourself. That's right. For that reason, I'm asking you, please, it is our time for Complicate yourself, to change our daily habits, to change the way we have been living for so many years, for remake our world. Just this way, and this way, we can say that in the future, it will be a planet for our loved ones. Thank you.